We're gonna talk about my cholesterol. How to lower your cholesterol. Now here's a better one. I'm gonna tell you how I lowered my cholesterol. So cholesterol is also known as the silent killer. And you're sitting here saying, I always do these videos on business and mindset and thinking. What in the world does it have to do with cholesterol? Okay, well, it has everything to do with cholesterol, because I'm gonna tell you something. You have a heart attack and die, you don't have to worry about selling anything because you're gone, okay? So your health, I always say this to people, mind, body, spirit, it's a big deal, okay? Unless your mind is right, I love posting on LinkedIn, right? And I see a lot of people post. I just saw a girl yesterday post that she was, yesterday was her 10th year of sobriety. And she said, I know this isn't Facebook and it's LinkedIn, but I can't help but post this. And I hate it when people say like, this is not Facebook, this should not be posted here. 10 years of sobriety, that has everything to do with business, has everything to do with discipline, focus, coming up with a goal, making a commitment to something and sticking with it and seeing it through. Tell me that it has nothing to do with business. I'll challenge anybody and I'll win it every single day of the week. So anyways, cholesterol, it's a big deal. So this is the story of my cholesterol, okay? So my buddy I lived with in college, my buddy Pat, national champion wrestler, Mr. Everything. He's on the Mount Rushmore of sport of wrestling. Love him to death. He's like an older brother to me, okay? So on July 4th, 2017, Pat has a heart attack. Thank God, by the grace of God, he lives, okay? Beautiful wife, children, has a heart attack. Well, July 4th, 17. So after that, he is all over me to get my cholesterol checked, okay? And if you could see me on this camera here, I mean, like, this is me. Like, I look the same as I've always looked, okay? I weigh around 180 pounds. I just got my weight down to 170. I'll tell you more about that in a second. The big secret to my cholesterol is diet. You'll learn that in a split second. So anyway, so Pat's all over me to get my cholesterol checked. And here, listen. So this is what I'm saying to him. I said, listen, I don't drink. I don't smoke. Who cares? Like, I don't have to worry. I feel fine, okay? By the way, that's why they call it the silent killer, okay? You cannot tell the difference. Like right now, my cholesterol's low. I can't tell any difference between myself today or myself 2 months ago when my cholesterol was higher than it is today, okay? So you don't feel it. It's not something you feel, okay? And that's why they call it the silent killer. It'll get you, okay? So Pat's all over me, right? He wants me to get my cholesterol checked, whatever. So I tell him, I say, listen, I've got two vices. I'll give you my two vices, okay? On Sundays during the football season, I smash down pepperoni thin crust pizzas like an animal, okay, like a Viking. If Vikings ate pepperoni pizza, I don't know if they had pepperoni pizza back then. And I eat potato chips. I can kill 2 bags of Doritos, gigantic bags. Thanks to Kelly and Jeff Cox, of course, let me over to your house and buying all that food for me and let me do that. Like a homeless person, my friends take care of me. I crush out the Doritos, the potato chips, just on Sundays during football season. Outside of football season, I don't eat that stuff. During football season, I'm just going berserk on it, okay? Pizza, chips, as much as it's chicken wings, as much as I could stuff into my face. I eat myself into a food coma on those days, okay? The other thing is I would eat red meat like 3 times a day. I mean like breakfast, lunch, dinner. On weekends, I'd have a steak at about 11 in the morning, a steak at 2 in the afternoon, a steak at 7 at night. Now for all the people watching saying like, Khash, oh my God, that's horrible, okay? Listen, I'm Middle Eastern. My mom always cooked, you know, Middle Eastern dishes. Like they all have meat in it. Like I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like I was raised on meat and stew and rice. It's what I ate, okay? So I eat red meat like 3 times a day like a lunatic, okay? Those are my two vices. And I had people say, Khash, that's crazy. Give me a freaking break, man. I work out all the time. I'm in pretty decent shape, okay? I did run 10 miles last year in a 9.5 minute mile, which my fastest run ever. On my deathbed, this is what I'm gonna be saying to people, okay? Listen to this one. This is my fastest time I ever turned in running. 3.1 miles, 3.1 in 18 flat. And Sonny's kind of behind the camera. How's that sound? That's pretty impressive. Sonny, you're faster than I am, but okay. 3.1 in 18 flat, and I finished like last. Like it was me, Pat, Jay Rogers, Kirk Mammon, and Randy Couture, okay? So we were kind of at the back of the line that day. But anyways, so I'm in pretty good shape. Okay, I run, whatever it is, okay? But anyways, so I eat steak 3 times a day, red meat, whatever it all is. Well, Pat's all over me. Finally, in October of 2017, I get my cholesterol checked. I was like, okay, fine, like get off me, man. Like leave me alone, like I'll get it done, whatever, okay? I get my cholesterol checked October 17. My cholesterol was I think it was at 285, and I think my bad cholesterol was at 203. The LDL, from what I'm told, is what kills you, okay? Which, by the way, to give you some measurements of that, cholesterol, the top of that chart is like 199. I was like 285, okay? My bad cholesterol, my LDL, that was at 203, okay? The highest chart I found, I was Googling online for hours for charts on LDL. The top of the LDL chart is 99. I was at 203, okay? That's monumentally bad and scary, okay? The one I did find one chart that went up to 129. So naturally that was the chart I used. I was like, I mean, hell, only being off by 70 points is a lot better than being off by 100 points. So I was looking for a chart like 160, 170, but you ain't gonna find one, okay? LDL ends at 99. So that day, here's what I did. And by the way, I just got my cholesterol checked the other day. My cholesterol today, right now, I just got checked today, when I'm doing this video right now, I just got checked 4 days ago, okay? I think it was 4 days, let me think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days ago, I just got my cholesterol checked. My cholesterol is 130, 133, 133 on my cholesterol. Now keep in mind, years ago it was 285. My bad cholesterol today, 77, okay? I'm gonna do a little dance, okay? Yeah, I almost hit my little pill. I'm gonna show you guys these things, okay? So do my little dance for you, okay? 77 on my LDL, 77, okay? How did I get it down that far? With no statins, by the way, no medication. My buddy's taking Lipitor and stuff like that. He's like, you gotta take the Lipitor. No, I don't wanna take statins. I'm staying away from that stuff, at least for right now. Sooner or later, I think it's gonna get me, but whatever. Oh, it's also important to say, so heart conditions don't run in my family. I know some people are like, Khash, it runs in my family. Well, break the chain, okay? Stop eating pizzas and stuff like that. Like, this is the key to lowering your cholesterol. So here's what I did in October 2017. Day one, as soon as I found out my numbers, I threw the red meat out the door. I have not had red meat. I had red meat one single time since October of 2017. And right now, while I'm doing this video, it is August of 22. So you're talking almost 5 years. I've only had red meat one single time. I went over my old wrestling coach's house back out at Oklahoma State University. Coach Perry, love you to death, and Kathy, his beautiful wife. Well, Kathy cooked like spaghetti that day, like to celebrate. Like I came back into town to visit, and she put like the meat, like the meatballs, like in the spaghetti. So I was sitting here staring at it thinking, oh my God, it's gonna break my streak of red meat. But what was I supposed to tell her? You know, they're like, freaking look up to them like, they took care of me, and they do take care of me. So anyways, one time in 5 years, essentially no red meat. So I cut red meat out, gone, stop eating red meat. Football Sundays, I cut out pizza, potato chips, M&Ms. I didn't eat a ton of junk food, people, but I cut it all out. I went to salads, chicken, fish, water. I wasn't big on drinking pop, but I would drink iced tea, stuff like that. I don't drink coffee. I ultimately, people, it's diet, 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 okay? Diet, diet, diet. Now, a lot of people when we watch this say, oh, I've tried a diet. Well, one question is, have you seriously tried a diet, okay? And here's something for you. Don't tell me that you can't do something. I've had people say, Khash, I can't do that. No. Reword it, do this. Say, I don't want to do that, okay? I cut out my red meat. You wanna know why? Because my desire to not drop dead of a heart attack is far greater than my desire to eat pizza, okay? And red meat or any of that garbage. I cut all of that stuff out. When I cut all that stuff out within 12 months, because a lot of people say, Khash, well, how long did it take? Within 12 months of cutting out all of the garbage, and yes, listen to what I ate: chicken, fish, salad, and this is what I did. About 12 months later, my cholesterol was down to 150 on the cholesterol, and my LDL was down into the 70s and 80s. So I dropped over 100 points, 150 points just by dieting. I did add these also. So here comes my little mixture of pills. I didn't bring all of them with me because, well, some of them is in the refrigerator. So watch this one. So this is niacin, vitamin B. And by the way, before I do this, I gotta give you like my legal disclaimer, because I always see these people on these videos. I watch 1,000 of these videos and stuff like that. So they always give these legal disclaimers. And I'm thinking, what are they giving that for? But here I am, I'm giving my legal disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, okay? Consult with a physician. Does that make this video even more official, you think, Sonny? Like it's a little bit more official. Consult with your physician before you do anything I say. So before you cut out pizzas, talk to your doctor. Before you cut out red meat, talk to your doctor, okay? Talk to a physician. This works for me. God knows you're allergic to all of this stuff or something like that and you wanna blame it on me. No, this is what works for me. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm telling you what worked for me, okay? So let's start with this, niacin, vitamin B, okay? Flush free, by the way. My buddy just took a bunch of niacin. He didn't know about the flush free. His heart almost shot out of his chest, for God's sakes. I was like, dude, you gotta take the flush free, okay? So flush free niacin, I take 6 of these a day, which is basically, I think, 3 milligrams or something like that, or whatever the measurement is. I don't know, my degree's in biology, not math, okay? And I do mortgages, but I should be good at math with mortgage. I'm actually pretty good at math. So anyways, so I take 6 niacin, this is every single morning, 6 niacin, vitamin B, got that. 4 red yeast rice, 4 of these suckers every single morning. I take 1 milk thistle. I don't know, I read somewhere online this stuff cleans out your liver or something like that, so I was like, okay, hell with it, I'll take it. Okay, there's my milk thistle. I take saw palmetto, has nothing to do with cholesterol, it has something to do with, I can't remember what I take this thing for, but I take it for some reason. I've taken the darn thing so long and my cholesterol is low, so screw it, I'm not gonna stop. So I take 1 of these things every single day, so I really don't even know why I take that one, but I do. CoQ10. I take 2 of these, it's 100 milligrams, so I take 200 milligrams of CoQ10 every single day, like so. I take 1 folic acid tablet. I wish they made these in gummies, but they don't. I take 1 of these little suckers, 800 mcg, whatever all that is, I don't know all these darn letters. Anyways, take 1 of these little suckers. I also take 2 tablespoons of fish oil, but that's in my refrigerator at home. I was gonna bring it in today, but I was like, man, I don't want to like store this stuff in the refrigerator and I have to run upstairs in the office and go get it and run it back down and do it in front of this camera. So 2 tablespoons of fish oil, 2 tablespoons of flaxseed oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 shot of apple cider vinegar, the liquid, man. I've had people say, Khash, do the gummies, do this. No, there's something about drinking apple cider vinegar that when you feel it go down your throat, it just feels like it's absolutely annihilating every single thing in your body. So God knows it's probably just ruining my insides, but hopefully it's not. So apple cider vinegar also. So I take that also. That's my regimen of junk, okay, that I say to people. There's no statins in here, but I do take all this stuff here. I'm like a walking pill factory every single morning. But all I can tell you is this, when I'm sitting at 133 on my cholesterol, 77 on the LDL, stuff like that, this is how I got my cholesterol down. So this topic was how to lower your cholesterol. This is how I lowered my cholesterol. I'm telling you this right now when you're watching me. Diet, 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 okay? If you're sitting here watching me saying, Khash, I can't do it. Don't tell me you can't do it. Tell me you don't want to do it. And when you tell me you don't want to do it, something I'm gonna say to you is, does being alive, like is waking up in the morning, is not clutching your chest? My buddy Pat told me when he had his heart attack, he said it felt like a donkey kicked him in the chest. He tore every single muscle in his upper body. I don't wanna feel that. Like I don't wanna have that feeling. I don't wanna be walking down the street and just grab my chest and collapse on the ground. I mean, I'm not joking about that stuff. This is serious stuff. Don't tell me you can't do it. Tell me you don't want to do it. Look at what your alternative choice is. My alternative is to die, or don't eat pizza. And again, there's gonna be a lot of people watching say, Khash, it's not that easy. Well, let's go on a diet first, before you get pumped full of statins, because when you go to a doctor, they're just gonna shove a ton of that garbage down your throat. They aren't. They're just gonna prescribe you statins and say, take this and get lost, beat it. I'm telling you this right now. Diet first. Diet, diet, diet. Talk to your doctor about adding this stuff in also. Be very disciplined. Make a commitment to it just like I did. My cholesterol is low. And by the way, you know what I eat? I eat ground turkey, I eat chicken, I eat fish. I probably am turning into a fish. I'm not a better swimmer because of it, but I should be. I eat fish, so I eat all that stuff. There's just a lot of things I don't eat that takes a lot of discipline, and this is what it is. So this is how I lowered my cholesterol. If you need any help, make comments. By the way, share this on your page for me. It helps my YouTube page. Subscribe, click that like button. I think I said the right word. I don't know if I said the right word, okay? But at the end of the day, follow me, more videos like this. Thanks again for following. Thanks for watching.